What is a Skati icon?
What is a Skati icon? Someone everyone knows.
Someone who shapes our culture.
Dis iemand wat ons kultuur vorm.
Embodies our culture.
An untouchable demigod of pop culture.
Well, me.
Since we are talking about style and fashion, do you remember the first stylish woman in your life? Or a moment when you were young where you really just got interested in fashion, or something that stuck out with you like about style?
The most stylish person I'll ever remember may not be a woman, but is my uncle from
Fantastic.
my father's side. He was, I'll call him a technician, because he used to walk around in the streets of Phosphorus with a man bag,
Yeah,
with his
fantastic.
tools in it. But guess what he was dressed? 3-piece suit,
Fantastic.
Monday to Monday, with a massive tie and a hat without fail. And very, very stylish, very well groomed at all costs. Had no car, had nothing, lived in a family home, but his style was always on point.
Fantastic. Did you know then that you wanted to get into fashion, or did you just know that you wanted to be an artist at that point, or was it just something that was implanted and you never really thought about it?
It's something that just happened, and at that particular moment, being an artist was like not in my books. I know that when I was growing up, I wanted to be a teacher. I don't know
Nice.
why, but yeah, and it all changed. And then when I was starting to be present in myself, then I started reflecting these influences from both my uncles, and I started appreciating them in a very beautiful way.
I love people like Karl Lagerfeld and Daphne Guinness and Isabella Blow, people that I believe are really, I say this also to Chu, people that are celebrities in their own style of what they wear, not what they do. And that is, when I think of you, I think of this persona. I think of, it's a complete compliment because these are people I adore.
Thank you.
You create this amazing character with yourself in a way. Are you laughing because you think that?
No.
Do you think of yourself that way? But you have to know that when people think of David Tlale, they think of this character. They see you. I've started going to fashion shows very late here in South Africa, and I remember you're one of the first people to wear sunglasses. And some people were like, who does he think he is wearing sunglasses? And I was just like, yes.
I know, right?
Yes. Why? Because he can, and he's doing it, and you're talking about it.
I love it.
Is this something that you kind of consciously thought about as a way of branding yourself? Because when I spoke to Chu, he said it's very calculated for him. He thinks of this brand of himself.
Yeah.
For you, is it the same?
I think it was very calculative, and also was like, how do I stand out from the rest of the people, or my colleagues, designers, and everybody? And I know when I started out, I used to wear a lot of colorful clothing, and slowly I just got rid of it.
Yeah.
And then I think also it's purely just branding David Tlale. When you think of David Tlale, you think black, you think sunglasses, you think hair that is always
Dare I say.
well, there. And also, but I think it's an extension of my brand, because I would say when I sell my brand, I want people to believe me without even trying to convince them that I'm going to make you look good.
Yep.
And I always say to my clients, don't come with pictures, don't come with anything. Trust me for what I can do for you, and watch me make you look amazing.
Yep.
And that confidence has to come from while you're sitting there, like, okay, this person is together, so I can trust him with my whatever event it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you care what people say about you, or do you care what people say about your clothes? You've been in the industry for a long time, so I'm sure you've had both good and bad.
Yeah, it used to bother me, but there was a moment when I allowed it to bother me, and I know what it did. It had negative effects on me because I was suppressing David Tlale and allowing people to live. And I had to get to a point where it's like, okay, this is it. You're going to say whatever you want to say. That's cool, but I'm going to do me because you got bigger problems. Have you ever tried putting together a collection? No. So who are you to come and tell me?
Yeah.
And I had to, like you saying, I had to start building my confidence even better, and start believing in my brand, and start believing that as I put out my work out there, somebody's gonna love it. So out of 10 people, 8 of them will love them, will love my collection. 2 of them will have negative things. So what is 2 against 8?
Yeah.
So I just had to I'm doing me. And I've had a lot of people like, but why don't you do this like my hair? Why don't you grow your hair again, have a big afro? I've moved on. The time has passed. It's 2015. I have bigger dreams, bigger ambition and everything else. And also when it comes to say, you said people are like scared of talking to me or stuff. Most people, they think like I'm aloof or I am selfish, and they've said so many things about me. And I've come to terms with it to say it's only an assumption until you come and speak to me and understand who I am and where I'm going. Then you're gonna leave the room. I would say
Loving
born
you because
again.
you're really a loving person. You really are. I was afraid to talk to you too at first.
Oh, please.
I was afraid to ask you to borrow to wear some of your clothes. So
Why? Why?
I wanted just to ask, is there anything about fashion now in the industry, especially in South Africa, that frustrates you or that bores you?
What frustrates me is designers that don't want to start exploring with different fabrics, especially international fabrics, because we have amazing fabrics all over the world, and people that, especially young designers, I think, I see this in some communities which I'm not going to mention, where they infest young designers with like synthetic fabrics, like taffeta or like crystal organza or all those ugly fabrics. I hate that because it doesn't help us to grow as an industry. It just keeps us like there, like these people that make clothes. But if we are going to be a fashion industry that is like groundbreaking, we gotta start exploring with new fabrics, new textiles. Let's focus on our natural fibers that we have locally and just take them to another level. And then also my biggest frustration is the industry that is like so separated, and people think, okay, it's David Tlale, it's Gavin Raja, it's Tula Cindy, they're all different and they're not talking to each other or something. It's like, no guys, we have I don't know how many millions of clients. We can't have all the clients to ourselves. We can't. We must allow each other to become ourselves, to become our own signatures, and understand that this is what I do. This is what Tula does. This is what House of Ole does. This is what Suzanne Haynes does. And appreciate one another and come together and become this community of creatives that supports and believe in one another's signature. And I'm not saying we now have to be seen dining and partying together, but let's just be a community that appreciates one another. And to say, if I don't excel in a particular style or something and the client wants it, I can always refer them to somebody who excels in it. And I would like to see that coming together. I'd like to see the industry just growing and having a voice as a South African fashion industry.
Are you fulfilled?
Every day I wake up with purpose, I go to bed with reflections, and I'm feeling like if I have to die today, I'm cool.
How would you want to be remembered then?
I want people to remember me for my style and I think more than anything else, my happy moments.
I think you've created so many iconic moments in fashion worldwide. What do you think it takes to be an icon?
Sure. I think it's becoming an icon is doing what you love with perseverance. I would say as an artist, you paint even if you have no inspiration. You take the canvas and just keep painting. And along the journey, it has been like ups and downs, but more ups than downs, and continuing to believe in the dream that is made in South Africa or in Africa, to say it is possible to do it, and challenge your limits, because everything has been done, but there's one thing that has not been done. It's the dream that you have.
Very, very true.